So, how has DMA changed how you view learning?
Well, CVCC in general and the freedom it gives has definitely allowed me to enjoy learning more, but DMA in and of itself, the creativity and the atmosphere and the freedom and just, I don't know, flexibility of like our schedule is one of the best things, especially as someone with ADHD. So
I think that DMA showed me that high school doesn't have to be miserable the whole time, at least.
Before I was in DMA, I hated going to school. I would just do literally whatever I could to just not at some times. It was the worst. I had a ton of fucking anxiety. It sucked. It was boring. I didn't see how half of it was useful, but DMA is it's fun. It teaches me things that I'll actually use later and things that I enjoy doing, and it gives me a reason to want to actually show up and do work.
It's it gives you more free range. You don't have to, I don't know. It's just, it's more fun than regular school.
How has DMA changed our outlooks on schooling as a whole? And I say for me personally, it's probably been a lot of trial and error. I'd say trial and error, and a lot of struggle, for sure. Before DMA, traditional learning is just, to me, very difficult, and so getting the opportunity to come in, do what I love to do, and have the freedom and openness and the hands-on ability to learn about new technologies and make amazing things has just been awesome and super enriching, I guess the word could be. What's your favorite creation in DMA, of all time? Out of everything we've done, what's the absolute favorite thing?
honestly, I think my favorite creation would had to be the movie poster. It was definitely, I don't know. It was just fun to do. It wasn't for anyone or anything, and it was kind of
We did movie posters.
Right.
We did movie posters, and I felt like mine turned out looking a lot like the original, and that's a good feeling, because that's how you know you actually advanced.
The Mafia thing I made, because it started so much. That one Mafia picture I made as a joke, it just started so many other things, but in not really projects. I guess it was a project, but it was less than all the others. I mean, I made the song, and that was pretty cool. So yeah.
I like the photography unit, basically anything in there, except for, I don't like photo manipulation, but I just like photography. All my photography projects I like. Some of my graphic design I like too, but.
Photography, or
yeah,
what?
Mostly photography.
Our very first film project, which was, I believe, an Instagram short. And what was nice about that is it opened my eyes anyway, because before I was I just want to edit the videos. I don't want to, be really in them. Where'd you, start the journey to become a teacher?
Oh, that's good. I went to college as a history major. I was doing a lot of media artwork on the side, but as a history major, and I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do with that. I just love learning about history, and eventually I was well, I guess I'm gonna have to teach this somehow. And from there, I kind of got into, I switched my major to be in education. And so I taught some studies for a number of years. I went to a bunch of schools. I taught in some middle schools. I taught in Thailand. I taught in France. It was really cool. I got to experience some different things. But eventually, I was always thinking about teaching and social studies in one hand, and then totally separate art is the media and the creative stuff I like. And kind of by coming to this school and learning about the world of career tech, I kind of realized I could have the best of both worlds. I could teach, have a nice solid career, share my passion with others, but also create the things I was most passionate about, and have a crew who actually share my interests. So that's what digital media arts is about, and that's what I've gotten to do here.
You've been doing this for 10 years, right? You've been teaching this class. So
Yep.
over the past 10 years, like what's like your goal kind of been, or how has it changed from you teaching?
Man, I've learned a ton since I've been here. Honestly, when I first started, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I was just, I'd learned everything myself, just with bootleg copies of the software and just trying to figure things out on my own. So I came in here a little bit by knowing that I had to learn by necessity, and so I've really sought out my own work experiences outside of here where I could learn and bring that into the classroom the next day. So over the 10 years I think I've been doing this, I think my everyday goal has been to learn new things myself and immediately come and share that into the classroom. And so every year I add in something new. I think it seems like teachers start and they know everything and it's there and it's A, B, but no, it's a shared learning experience. And because of the projects we do, I often will learn something new through that. So teachers learn just as much as students.
Any advice for a digital artist anywhere? Any advice, motivation? Just what would you say to them if you could, a fresh starting artist?
I think the tips I would give, as cliche as it sounds, is think outside the box. Don't feel like you have to rush yourself to get everything done. Obviously, there will be points where you have to, but if you're doing it just for fun, don't rush yourself, take your time, and just go with the creative process. It really helps to not restrain yourself.
I think that the reason most people come to the trade and stick with it is because you can, you're working for other people, just like any job, you're working for other people, but you can, I don't know, it's the perfect in-between of art and business. You could be, you could be handling finances, and you would just, it's there's rules to that, but with graphic design or digital art, you can do what you want, even when there's somebody telling you what to do. You still have freedom.
I'd say that no matter what, do not give up on it. It takes a lot of practice for sure, but no matter what, I assure you, you will end up doing great things, and that if you can find the right people, the right environment and stuff, you can truly nurture and grow your abilities, and you'll do great.
So I guess the ultimate advice is try it, give it a shot, and fail, right? Just fail, because if you fail, you're gaining. You're gaining something in some way. You're going to be able to learn upon that in some way, and you're going to improve. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to experiment, and don't be afraid to express yourself. What has been the most valuable thing you've learned since the beginning of your teaching career as a DMA teacher?
The most, the most valuable thing I think I've come to find is, I think the reality is we're really trying to do here is help people to create their passions, to have the things they care about they're able to create and know how to do, but also to really gain success in that. And success might mean a job, it might mean recognition for your work, or just appreciation when people get to share it with you. So I think the thing I've learned the most valuable thing has not been anything technical. It hasn't been one software or one camera. It's kind of just been how even media artwork and technology, it's a human field. And so the most important things I've learned about is how to be professional, how to have fun when you're on set, when you're working with others. But really just the most important skills I've learned are the importance of networking and collaborating and being kind and having fun with what you do when you're working with others.
Okay. Well, hopefully this lined up all right. And yeah, everybody who was in here before, you're right, these are bright lights. Yeah, so assuming how I edit this will probably be at the end after you've seen all of them, all the interviews of your fellow classmates or anybody who's watching this outside of the DMA classroom. Yeah, so it's been a journey. This is quite near the end of our DMA year right now, as the time of recording this. So, yeah, it's been a wild ride. And also for a final closer, I think this is to you, Mr. B, because you'll probably be seeing this at some point, probably when we present to the class, and you wouldn't have seen this yet. So I guess on behalf of, I think it's safe to say the entire class, truly thank you for making school fun again, or an enjoyable place, and it means a lot to us. It really does. And all the support you've given us, all the enjoyment, all the technology and the world out there that you've opened our eyes to has just been like insane. And this really is a once in a lifetime opportunity that you have provided for us. So thank you, and I hope you had as much fun as we did. So with that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the documentary, and
Don't get COVID.
no, okay.
Because when I had COVID, I came back, I had so much work to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Thank you.